Hey guys, it's Tim Scher, founder of the Body Transformation System. Now, a lot of times I'm helping people with anxiety. People call me every single day and they're like, I just have this feeling inside like there's this bully on my shoulder, like I have this impending doom, this fear that something bad's gonna happen. And I so can resonate with that because that's where I was for so much of my life. I was just paralyzed with fear. Anxiety is like this fire alarm that gets pulled in your head all the time, telling you something's wrong, even when nothing's wrong, right? It's like there's this part of your brain that's trying to keep you safe, and the way it tries to keep you safe is by making you afraid of everything. It's like this beep, boop, boop. I'm adding sound effects here. So, you know, this fear, something bad's gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to handle it. You're gonna lose everything. No one's gonna love you. You're gonna be alone, you know, living in a van down by the river, and then someone's gonna steal your van, right? And you're not good enough. And that's the biggest fear that everybody has, right? That we're not enough and we're not gonna measure up and no one's gonna care about us and we're gonna be all alone in a ball crying, and it's just that fear, right? And so that started for me because when I was a kid, my dad, if you've heard my story before, my dad worked as an electrician in the mill, a steel mill, and he was working on a big electrical panel and didn't get tagged right, so while he was in there working on it, someone turned the power on and it exploded, and it burned him real bad. And I didn't see my dad for about 4 months. I was about 12 years old, and next thing I know, my dad's almost dead in another state at a burn unit, and my mom basically moved in with him trying to keep him alive and going. That was their nightmare. I moved in with my sister and my grandparents. It was just like, you know, everything got yanked out from underneath us, and I was already a nervous kid. And then it just seems like one bad thing after another happened after that, and I was just, my nervous system was like shot. I was constantly afraid, and so I was never playing life to win. I was always playing not to lose. How do I not get hurt here? How do I not get hurt there? And when you come from a place of fear and scarcity, you end up with more fear and scarcity. So nothing ever worked out for me. I'd throw a party and no one would show up, right? I'd build something up and it would fall apart. And then I took that into, I decided that I need to figure out how to make this better. And so it kind of turned me into an overachiever. I was so afraid that no matter what I accomplished, it wasn't going to work out, so I would just keep accomplishing, right? So I was trying to win, but I was still playing not to lose. And as a result, I always had that anxiety and fear. And so, I don't know if you can relate to this. You know, you ever have that feeling inside that, you know, something bad's gonna happen, or you gotta always have your walls up, or because you never know what's coming? Does it cause you to overthink things, overanalyze? Do you feel like you're a perfectionist because if you get something wrong, people aren't gonna like you, or they're gonna see weakness, or, you know, something bad's gonna happen? A lot of times we don't even know what it is we're afraid of. We just are afraid. And it causes us to eat or to smoke or to drink. And so now we're trying to avoid pain by doing things that cause even more pain. And we're just in this horrible cycle. And so I spent the last almost 3 decades learning how to feel secure, learning how to create what I call inner peaces. Not inner peace where you just walk around peaceful all the time, because I think life is about challenging you and shaking things up and then seeing how you learn how to handle it, right? So people who are talking about inner peace all the time are usually by themselves, you know, in a cave meditating. They don't have kids, they're not married, they don't have the challenges that we go through. So sure, it's easy to feel peaceful then, but I think we can have pieces of it. Those pieces that give us that nirvana, that sense of gratitude, that feeling of fulfillment and contentment, that lets us know that, you know, there's more to life than just, you know, getting our to-do list done, right? A lot of us feel like there's something missing inside, and this is what it is. That feeling of connecting with ourselves and feeling loved and feeling safe and spending more time doing things that give us joy and make us feel happy and having positive experiences, instead of constantly feeling like we're drowning in our piles and our to-do lists and all the other crap that we have going on all the time. So if you really want to feel peaceful and secure, come on this journey with me. I want to take you through this emotional freedom journey, right? Where we do a lot of healing and we shift the beliefs that are keeping you stuck, and show you how powerful you are, and show you how to tap into the magic that you already had inside of you. I already had it inside of me, I just didn't know how to tap into it. And once I started learning, my life got a lot better. And I still have moments of fear and anxiety, and I'm like, what? I thought I conquered this, right? I'm supposed to be the expert on this, and why am I feeling freaked out? And it's like those old buttons. It's kind of like our issues. They don't ever totally go away. They're cyclical. Kind of, you have this problem, you deal with it, you work through it, you heal through it, and then it comes back again, and you're like, wait a second, it's at a higher level, but you're like, wait a second, I thought I already resolved you, how can you be back? And then you work through it again, you learn more, your mastery, your maturity continues to grow, and then you go through it, and then the next time, usually next time it shows up, you recognize, and you're like, whoa, I don't have to go through that anymore, and your ability to shift it fast is what happens. And then you're able to just start making things, you're able to make yourself feel safer faster. You're able to shift onto what you want to create instead of how you're reacting. And that is the secret. And so if you want more of that, if you want more peace and happiness and joy for real, you're not going to find it through eating, you're not going to find it through smoking or drinking or through taking pills or occasional yoga classes. You're going to find it by going through a real cleanse, where you're healing your mind, you're healing your body, you're upgrading your beliefs, and you're learning how to use the power of your mind and the power of your emotions to create your life by design. So if you're excited about that, and you should be, and if you went through this journey with me and you knew what's coming for you and what's in store, you'd be like jumping up and down. You'd be like, sign me up right now, because it is that good. It makes you feel so happy and joyful. It's just really, really awesome. It reminds me of that movie with Bill Murray in that movie Scrooged. I watch it every Christmas, where he goes through the Dickens, experience where he's seeing the three ghosts from Christmas, and then he finally gets it, and he's like in tears. He's like, I feel it now, I believe. I believe it now. And he's like, we can have Christmas every day. It doesn't have to end today. We can do this every day. And that's really what it's all about. Stop getting through the day. Stop waiting until the day's over, the month's over. Quit having bad days, bad months, bad years. Let's start getting from each day, and let's start today. Thank you.